Halloween party? Halloween party?
My fiance is waiting for me.
DK, can you take us through
I gotta get home.
Can you take us through real quick, you know, the week, we get to see you get car off the field, and you come back and play today? I mean, just kind of how that all went. If we could go through, thought you'd be able to do that?
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody's saying I got hurt Sunday. No, I mean, just went to rehab. You know, Pete and Strick had a good plan for me throughout the week, and they were just going to see how I felt, you know, Friday. And Friday I felt good enough to be able to run and put pressure on my knee and cut and everything, and I was able to practice. And here we are today.
How did it feel throughout the game?
Sorry?
How did it feel throughout the game?
It felt good, yeah. I'm good.
Tyler, ask you the same question. How did it feel injured and then today?
I mean, it felt good out there. Was able to run around a little bit. Wasn't able to practice on Friday, of course. But like DK said, I think the athletic trainers did a great job just with being able to get us ready, giving us certain things that we needed to be able to do to be able to strengthen certain areas so we can be able to go out here and try to be able to play at a high level.
You drop the pass, and then I guess Pete says something to you, and then obviously your quarterback has enough confidence in you. Just what are you present to? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, when I dropped the pass, it was kind of one of those things where, you know, I couldn't believe I had just did that. So it was kind of frustrating, but I just had to breathe a little bit. You know, I had a lot of teammates behind me talking to me. Like you said, Pete was able to come talk to me. And, you know, I just had to breathe, man. That was the biggest thing. And luckily, I had an opportunity just to be able to go out there and to be able to overcome it just with another play. You know, sometimes that might not even happen, and you got to be able to carry that to the next week and try to overcome it. But, you know, just thank God I got the opportunity to overcome it with the next play. Geno threw a great pass, and I was able to catch it and secure it and score.
He said he told you on the sideline you're the best receiver he's ever seen or coached or something like that. What does that mean in that moment to have him kind of come say that to you?
I didn't really know if he was telling me the truth or he just wanted me to forget about the catch, you know. But no, I mean, it really did mean a lot to me when he said that, because it's kind of like what Sanjay says, like if we have a bad day, DK was doing it today too. He'll say, "What you eat for breakfast?" And because it just mentally takes you out of what's going on and it makes you kind of like, you know, think about something else. And so when Pete did that, it kind of did that to me a little bit. And yeah, it was just one of those things where, you know, you got to be able to fight through adversity. Sometimes you don't like the story of how things happen, but, you know, if we ever knew what the outcome was going to be, we would be willing to go through that story. And so, you know, I just was able to go through that today.
Tyler, how good did it feel just ultimately to have that ball for the touchdown late? You had the fumble earlier and the ball go off your face fast late to come back and answer in that moment to get you guys that score.
I mean, it felt great. You know, one of the things that we talked about was you know, Geno and DK was able to get that drive going just with being able to start it off with some catches. We took advantage of how the defense was playing us and stuff like that. And we kind of saw on film opportunities that we can be able to take advantage of against Adoree. And so luckily we had a chance to be able to do that and we were able to score. But, I mean, that stuff doesn't happen if we don't have a line, if we don't have a coach that, you know, calls those type of play calls, and Geno being able to have faith in us. You know, we might drop some passes, we might not get open at times, but, hey, man, he's still going to throw it and he's still going to give us a chance. And so we go out there and make the best out of it.
Geno, what did you, the pass to Tyler, were you kind of going to him the whole way there, or how did that play kind of evolve?
Yeah, so that play, we had just called that play right before, and I threw it to DK on the out. And then Shane did a great job of getting right back to it. Tyler, I was giving him a different route. Tyler noticed that the DB was sitting, he was squatting. So he signaled me one of our double moves, and so I gave it to him. He went out there, he, you know, made a great play, got the guy to sit down, stutter his feet, and then went by him. And, you know, like you said, man, that's just an opportunity for us to kind of seal the game right there. And, I mean, you can just see us getting better as the games go along.
How did you deal with their rush? It seemed like they did a lot, obviously, and you usually were. But what was the key to managing that?
Yeah, just trying to get the ball out as fast as I could. You know, really relying on my line and just going, you know, one hitch, getting the ball out, not holding the ball. They're playing man coverage, so you pretty much know, you know, where your answers are, where your matchups are, and then just getting the ball out on time, in rhythm. They got a few times where they got me there. Obviously, don't want to have that happen, but, you know, still got to move on and continue to play.
Geno, as an offense, how much do you like it when it's fourth down? They keep you on the field, then fourth down again, twice to stay on the field then?
I love it. I love it, man. I love the confidence Pete's showing in all of us. I love the confidence Shane has in us. And then we know our defense, if it doesn't go the way we want, our defense is going to go out there and get the ball back. So I think that's just us playing team ball and everybody believing and playing together.
Tyler, Pete said you talked to the team a little bit about kind of the low expectations that greeted you guys and all that, and just kind of, obviously you're 5-3 and in first place right now. Just, I guess, you kind of being the longest tenured guy on the team now, how have you seen that? How have you seen this team kind of be able to overcome all that this year?
Well, I think the biggest thing is it's amazing what we can accomplish when nobody cares who gets the credit. My high school coach used to always talk about that, basketball coach. And when you look at this team that we have, we have a bunch of guys that are willing to buy in. When you look at the rookie class, they probably haven't said 500 words since they've been here. They just put their head down and work, literally. And they listen, they do whatever you want them to be able to do, and they go out there and they shine each and every week. And so for us, everybody says we all we got, we all we need, but we know that there's going to be wins and losses throughout the season, and you just got to be able to learn how to overcome whatever comes your way. We always talk about building a foundation and just being able to lay different bricks, brick by brick. It might not always be the best outcome, but sometimes you can learn from the bad things as well. And so I think we're doing a great job, man, just trying to take 1 week at a time, getting better, not getting comfortable, and it's starting to show.
Geno, that last touchdown drive, the very first play, I think, you noticed the zero blitz and the get at the ball quick to Marquise on the side. It kind of got you guys kicked. Maybe a small play in retrospect, but it seemed like that kind of got you guys moving, kickstarted that whole drive. How did that play into it for you guys?
Yeah, I think that was just kind of in the works. They've been playing. I think they gave us 20 cover zeros, which is probably the most I've ever had in my life. And so that's what they do. And so, that was already in the works. We talked about it at halftime that if they're going to give us that much space and go zero, it's basically one-on-one with the corner, and he's 10 yards off. And so, again, it was just a play where we noticed they were in zero, and we had an answer for it.
DK, you've played with Tyler a while now. How confident were you after the drop that he was going to come back with a play?
Well, what I've learned with Tyler is if he drops 10, just be on the lookout for the next 10, because he's gonna make a spectacular play somewhere in there. So, I've played with him for 4 years now. He's been the same person since day one. Always work hard, always reliable, and like a big brother to me. So, just happy I get to play with him.
Geno, Pete mentioned the crowd. How his stadium's rocking like it used to rock, and these fans are famous for being as loud as they are. You've been on the sideline for it, and I'm sure you appreciate it. But to be in the middle of all that, one of the reasons that they are getting as loud as they are, and they're chanting your name. What's that like in comparison?
From afar, when I wasn't here in Seattle, I had always admired just the atmosphere. If you watch it on TV, if you ever played here as an opponent, you're in awe of just how loud it is and how crazy it is. It's one of those stadiums where you actually look forward to going into. And so being, on the home side, it really is a blessing, because we know our fans are going to make it hard on the other team every single time they come in. And also, they're cheering us on, and we're doing well. So, obviously it gives them something to cheer for. So we just want to continue that and make sure that they're always ecstatic with our play, and they're always happy and cheering us on, and also making it hard on the other teams.
Geno, will you also be attending DK's Halloween party?
I would love to, but I have other. I was not. I was invited, but I got other obligations. Yeah, I was invited, but I got other obligations. So I'm gonna leave that up to them.
Okay, I do have a really quick. You were talking with Diestridge after a play that looked like there was a miscommunication. Have you found yourself taking on that role even more, just pulling aside a young guy? Hey, here's what I saw.
Yes, and D's a great player, and he's going to continue to be an outstanding player. He's still young, still learning and growing, and he's so hard on himself about wanting to do the right thing and wanting to be a great player. And, sometimes, it takes someone else to come and speak to you just for you to kind of relax a little bit. And, I saw that in that moment. I just needed to do that for him. He's like a brother to me. We spent a lot of time studying together and just trying to make sure he got right, when he was injured. And I look forward to him just continuing to blossom. But my role is to make sure that every guy on this team, every guy on this offense is prepared and ready to go mentally and physically.
Tyler, what happened with your oblique or whatever?
Trying to figure out the same thing.
Do you feel any vindication
Not at all. I'm happy to be here in Seattle. I spent 1 year with the Giants, and so that year to me was like a blur. And, my life has moved on from then. I don't have any remorse towards anyone there. In fact, this game was for Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese. They believed in me. And so as far as, any other thing, I don't really care for it. I'm happy to be here in Seattle. It's like a family here. It feels like home. And so I'm just enjoying my time here and continuing to work hard with these guys and, just trying to be the best we can be.
You've had a front row seat for some of Ken's big runs, his touchdown run. What was that one like from your vantage point?
Another great one. Ken is, we were talking right before that drive about the best running backs close out games. The defense knows we're running the ball. Everyone in the stadium knows we're running the ball. You're probably going to have to make somebody miss, which he made 2 or 3 guys miss on that one. And he's showing you, why he was drafted so high and why he's just such an explosive and amazing player.
Speaking of, go ahead.
Geno, you had all those close losses last year when you get to start in situations that you were, given an opportunity to win, just couldn't quite get over the hump. And now here we are, the last 3 weeks now, you've been able to get those signature drives to put games away. What do you think are the biggest differences there from where you were at last year, where the offense was at last year, to now being able to finish these games?
I just think everyone's just locked in and focused on finishing, and I think that was the same thing last year. It just didn't go our way. But we got to continue to just stay locked in and focus on those moments. Like you said, man, there's times in the game where you can go and finish the game and you can go and win the game for your team. And as an offense, that's what you want. That's what you really want. So just knowing that what the situation is and then obviously going out there and making it happen, it's hard. It's not easy, but, we try and get it done every time.
Speaking of being locked in and focused, the offensive line, you lose the center, comes back in, and then you're shifting. What can you say about that continuity there?
Man, it just speaks volumes to our team, to the coaching. We got a lot of depth. We got guys on. I'm one of those guys who, was on the bench and then got in and got an opportunity. And so there's a lot of depth, a lot of really good players on this team. A couple guys who just need opportunities. And you can see where the coaching shows up is where guys go down and then guys step up and continue to play well.
A lot of people ask regarding this game as a test of how for real the Seahawks are. What do you think you showed with them?
Man, we just got one win today. We only got a chance to play one game today, and we won it. And we got to continue to play hard throughout the season. Every single game is going to be a test. We know that. We always talk about each game being a championship opportunity. And so we're just going to continue to focus on it day by day, not get caught up in, the outside noise, and just do what we do.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.